Create a new module.
Of course, what should be the name of the new module?
Flowers.
I didn't hear anything. Please try again.
Flowers.
Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call, run shell command. I've created the directory. Now, I'll create the provider.py file for the new flowers module. This will be a simple placeholder for now. I made a mistake and provided a relative path. I need to use an absolute path to create the file. I'll correct that now. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call, run shell command. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm write. Smart screen / lib / flowers / provider pi. Tool call write file. Now I'll create the module.py file with some basic code. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm write. Smart screen / lib / flowers / module pi. Tool call write file. Now that the basic module is created, I need to add it to the smartscreen.py file so it can be used. I'll read the file first to see how the other modules are implemented. Tool call read file. I've reviewed the smartscreen.py script. It appears that modules are dynamically loaded based on a settings file. To add the new flowers module, I'll need to update the settings. The script uses lib / drive / file / settings.json. And if that doesn't exist, it creates it from lib / drive / files / settings initial.json. I'll read the initial settings file to understand the structure. Tool call read file. I see how the settings initial.json is structured. I'll add a new entry for the flowers module to the integrations and modules lists. I'll create a new settings.json file with the updated content. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm write. RT-screen / lib / drive / files / settings JSON. Tool call write file. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Now that the module is created and configured, I'll validate it by running the smartscreen.py script with the action validate option. Tool call run shell command. The validation failed. It seems I made a mistake in the imports for the new module. The error messages indicate that file utils cannot be imported from lib.utils.fileutils, and drawutils cannot be imported from lib.utils.drawutils. I'll examine the contents of fileutils.py and drawutils.py to determine the correct classes and functions to import. Tool call read many files. After reviewing the utility files, I see that drawutils.py does not contain a drawutils class, but rather a collection of functions. Similarly, fileutils.py does not have a fileutils class. I need to import the functions directly. I will now correct the provider.py and module.py files. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm write. Smartscreen / lib / flowers / provider pi. Tool call write file. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm write. Smartscreen / lib / flowers / module pi. Tool call write file. Now that I've corrected the import statements, I'll try to validate the module again. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. validation failed again. The error type error. Module dot init. Missing one required positional argument. Provider indicates that the module class in flowers/module.py is being instantiated with the wrong arguments. The smartscreen.py script instantiates modules with a single argument. The module's configuration dictionary. My flowers module's init method was expecting screen and provider. Additionally, the draw method signature was incorrect. I will correct the flowers/module.py and flowers/provider.py files to align with the project's architecture. The provider will write a data file, and the module will read from it. First, I'll update the settings.json to include a file for the flowers provider. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm edit. RT_screen/lib/drive/files/settings, JSON. I've identified the issue. The module class constructor in flowers/module.py and the draw method have the wrong signature. Also, the provider is not creating any data file for the module to consume. I will correct this by updating the settings.json to include a file for the flowers provider, and then updating the provider and module code to correctly create and consume this data. First, I'll update the settings.json file. Tool call replace. Now I will update the provider.py to create the watering.json file. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm write. smartscreen/lib/flowers/provider, py. Tool call write file. Next, I'll update the module.py to read the watering.json file and draw the module accordingly. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm write. smartscreen/lib/flowers/module, py. Tool call write file. Now that I've corrected the code, I'll try to validate the module again. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. The test image has been created successfully. The new flowers module is complete. What would you like to do next? I can commit the changes and create a pull request, or I can work on another task.
Please make a pull request on a specific featured branch.
Of course, what should be the name of the branch? A branch name of S is not very descriptive, following the project's conventions. I suggest feature/flowers module. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Now that I'm on the new branch, I'll add the new files to the Git repository. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. I also need to add the changes to the settings.json file. Tool call run shell command. It seems that smartscreen/lib/drive/file/settings.json is ignored by .gitignore. The instructions in Gemini.md state that the gitignore should be respected. I will not commit the settings.json file. Instead, I will commit the changes to settings initial.json so that other users will have the new module available when they set up the project. First, I'll revert the changes to settings.json. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Now, I'll update the settings initial.json file with the new module configuration. Tool call read file. Auto-approving tool execution. Confirm edit. Rien/drive/files/settings initial, JSON. Tool call replace. I v-updated the settings, initial .json file. Now ILL add the new module to the modules list in the same file. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm edit. /drive/files/settings initial. JSON. Tool call replace. Now that I've updated the settings, initial .json file. ILL add it to the Git repository. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Now I'm ready to commit the changes. I'll use a descriptive commit message. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. The changes have been committed. Now I'll create a pull request. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. It seems I need to push the branch to the remote repository before creating a pull request. ILL do that now. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. Now that the branch is pushed, I can create the pull request. Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. I have successfully created a pull request. The flowers module has been created, validated, and a pull request has been opened. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Open the test image you created.
Auto approving tool execution. Confirm shell command. Tool call run shell command. I have opened the test image. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else. I didn't hear anything. Please try again. No input received. Going to sleep.